Hey everyone, welcome, I'm MisterBo, and in today's video we're going to be going over all of the information that Bungie revealed during their Twitch reveal for the Forsaken expansion. So to begin with, the expansion is coming out on September 4th, along with the launch of Season 1 for Year 2. Now during this reveal we got a lot of information and I'm going to be going through all of it right now, and on screen you'll be seeing gameplay from the ViDoc that they released, which I will leave a link to in the description below if you want to go and check it out for yourself. So let's begin with the story, the location, and the enemies we're going to be coming up against. The story revolves around the Prison of Elders and a brand new enemy called the Scorn, who have broken out of the prison. They are a new aggressive type of fallen, and they're being described as the worst criminals. The hunt is on for the 8 barons who have escaped from the Prison of Elders. Your pursuit of these fugitives will take you to uncharted regions and ultimately reveal long lost awoken secrets. So you're going to be coming up against all of these different individuals. One of them might be a sniper where you'll have a sniper battle with him. One of them might be a more melee focused where he's going to be up in your face. Each of them is going to have a completely different playstyle, so when you take them on it feels like a different fight. Now the new location we're going to be heading to on the reef is called the Tangled Shore. And again, Bungie describes this as a sort of asteroids mashed together area, kind of a desert, and it's a very lawless place. Somewhere we haven't really ever seen before in Destiny, so that is really cool to see. And that is all we kind of know about that at the moment. They did say that they're going to be revealing more of the story at E3 next week, so you can expect some more information coming then, and probably a look at the CGI intro for the expansion maybe. However, from there we can then get into sort of all the gritty information. Let's firstly talk about weapons, because weapons are getting a big overhaul. So there is going to be a new weapon system. You basically can play how you want. You can stick to Destiny 2's weapon system where you have a kinetic, an energy and a power weapon. You can go back to the old Destiny 1 way where you have a shotgun in your secondary, or you can play however you want, and the example they showed off on stream is you can have a shotgun in each of your weapon slots, so that is 3 shotguns. You can basically mix and match how you want. Now they didn't get into any specifics on how ammo and things like that are going to work. They'll be talking about that throughout the summer leading up to the expansion, but this is a big change for Destiny 2 and I think it's going to be a pretty good change. We're just going to have to wait and see how it plays out in both PvE and PvP. Now along with that, weapons are also going back to random rolls. This is something that people have wanted for a long time. In Destiny 1, you'd keep grinding out a weapon until you got the exact roll you wanted. In Destiny 2, obviously, they had fixed rolls, meaning every weapon would be the same. So they're changing that back to how it was. And again, we'll be getting more information on that leading up to the expansion. Along with that, there's also going to be an improved mod system as well as new masterwork systems to make your weapon feel like you're actually leveling them up. On top of that, they're also introducing a brand new weapon type, and that is in the form of a bow and arrow. A very strange choice for Destiny, but it looks like it actually fits in pretty well. There are going to be 3 different types: short, medium and long range, so you can play how you want. And we do get some glimpses of Guardians using it. It looks like it could be a very cool weapon. I'm sure we'll probably get an exotic version of a bow as well with maybe some awesome perk to it, but I think this is a nice addition. I know a lot of people wanted LMGs back, but I'd rather see something new like this than an old thing brought back into the game. Now the big thing going into this reveal for a lot of people was, are we going to be getting new subclasses? What could they do? They've already done Solar, Void and Arc for each of the subclasses. Are they going to introduce something new? Well, what they're doing is they are introducing new supers for each of the classes, however they aren't new. Basically, they are brand new paths in each of the classes already. So there's going to be a brand new Arc super, a brand new Void super, and a brand new Solar super for each of the classes. We get to see some glimpses of what those will look like. For instance, the Titan's new Solar ability has him wielding a massive hammer. The brand new Void ability for the Warlock sees him blinking around and then sort of unleashing a pulse from himself. All these new supers are looking very cool, and it's definitely going to switch up the gameplay drastically. People are going to have to get used to countering certain supers and learning how to properly master them, and hopefully we get a few more choices in the subclasses to what we got in the original subclasses for Destiny 2 where we only had 2 skill trees. Hopefully we can sort of mix and match them a little bit more, but we didn't really get any more information than just they're going to be new supers. Now something that we've been hearing about a lot recently is that there's going to be some sort of brand new mode that no other game has really ever done. We know a lot of content creators got to go and play this at the recent Bungie summit. Well, they revealed what that game mode is today, and it is called Gambit. Now Gambit is a pretty unique mode. It is a brand new 4v4 hybrid game mode that combines the best of PvE and the best of PvP. 2 teams of 4 race to summon a primeval enemy and be the first to burn it down. Disrupt the other team by sending a combatant blocker or invading directly with one of your own players. Shoot aliens until they're dead. Your enemies will get stronger over time, so work together to defeat them quickly. Pick up the motes that drop when enemies fall. You can hold up to 15, but you lose them if you die. Drop your motes into the center structure and earn a blocker by depositing 5, 10 or 15 motes at once. Summon a primeval when your team banks 75 motes. When your bank reaches 25 or 50, you can send one player through a portal to invade the opponent's arena with one goal: disruption. So, if that doesn't make any sense to you, you spawn in your arena and your challenge is to spawn the primeval enemy, which is only able to spawn when you've collected 75 motes. Motes drop from normal bosses and enemies that you're going to be fighting against, and you want to try and get up to 75 motes in the bank as quickly as possible. You can block the enemy team's bank by depositing 5, 10 or 15 motes at once, so they won't be able to put any motes into their bank, and when you reach 25 or 50, one person can go onto the other side and start killing the other team. So it's going to be a very interesting mode to see. I'm assuming it's going to have a lot of strategy to it, even though it may seem like it might not. And Bungie has said this will include big bosses, which will be the primeval enemy, and maybe other big bosses throughout, smaller bosses, and even treasure goblins of sorts. So there might be a special enemy that comes in that maybe if you kill, drops 15 motes for you at once, and then you can put them in your bank and block the other team. They also mentioned that this will be playable at E3 as well as Guardian Con, so if you're going to those, you'll be able to play it, meaning we'll actually get gameplay of this in action next week. Finally, they also mentioned that it's going to be its own node on the director, so it's not going to be in Crucible, it's not going to be in the Vanguard, it's going to be separate, so you can click on that and then play with your team. I think this is going to be a very fun and a very long-lasting game mode. Now, something we never get from a reveal is information about the raid. Well, that changed today. We got a slight teaser at the raid and another new location in this expansion. So the raid is going to be an epic adventure. It's going to have the most bosses ever in a raid, and it takes place in the Dreaming City, which is the Awoken's homeland. Bungie describes it as a mixture between the Vault of Glass and the Dreadnought. There's going to be tons of puzzles and secrets to find. It's going to have the hardest challenges for you to face, and when doing the raid there, you can actually change the location in ways for other people maybe just exploring that location. They put emphasis on that this location is going to change over time. How you see it in the first week is not going to be how you see it in the second and third week. And I must say, I love the look of this place. It looks like an elf city. It looks like nothing we've seen in Destiny before. It kind of reminds me of the early concept art for Destiny, where it was all sort of fantasy driven. It looks like it's going to be one of my favorite places in Destiny. Kind of brings me back to that vibe of seeing the Black Garden for the first time. Now, along with all of this brand new content, they're also going to be introducing new collections where you can basically see everything in Destiny that you can earn. Weapons, ships, emblems, shaders, you name it. There's going to be a collection where you can see everything. You can collect things like exotic weapons if you've maybe dismantled it, and you can also see how you can earn those items. So maybe there's an Iron Banner chest piece that you don't have yet. It'll tell you you need to do this to earn this, so you don't have to actually go to Lord Saladin or to a vendor to see, oh, this is how I get this item. You can click on the menu and boom, it's right there. They mentioned there's going to be 2,000 items to collect. Triumphs are back, and I assume they're going to be going live before the Forsaken actually comes out, so it'll probably be things like complete the old raids, maybe do the Nightfall, things that we've come to expect. And then there's also a brand new edition of titles which will actually appear above your name in game. And collecting some of these items and doing some of these quests will give you brand new titles to put above your name. Bungie's goal for this is basically to make Forsaken feel like it will never end. There's always something to do. Their main 2 goals for this were new story with a new tone and style, and to make Destiny a hobby again. And it definitely seems like with all this new content and ways to play that they're doing that. Now, with all of this, they also kind of revealed what is next after Forsaken. So they introduced the annual pass, and this will give you access to 3 brand new content drops. The Black Armory, which will launch in winter 2018, Joker's Wild, which will launch in spring 2019, and Penumbra, which will launch in summer of 2019. Now, these aren't going to be your Curse of Osiris or Warmind DLCs, these are kind of something new. Basically, it's more of what you want more often. These are going to be about chasing power and gear, and these content drops are going to include new endgame challenges, new weapons and armor as well as vanity rewards, new and returning exotics, new pinnacle activities, new triumph records, and new lore to discover. Each of these will launch at the beginning of a brand new season, which will introduce a brand new theme. Now these aren't going to include story as we know it in, again, the Curse of Osiris and Warmind. They're not going to have CG cutscenes. They will have lore to find in them, but they're not really about that anymore. These are about getting more gear and powering yourself up. And Bungie has said that they will share more details later on, but they wanted to get this information out there because that's what people are always asking for. We need a roadmap of what's coming. And this is basically just saying, yes, there is more stuff coming after this, and this is how we're changing it to better suit you. Now from there, they went on to the brand new roadmap and talked about what new changes are coming with the start of the brand new season on September 4th. So here is a look at the roadmap. And as you can see, we've already had the Warmind and the rallies deployed. Next we have the Celeste of Heroes, which will launch on July 17th, and that will introduce the brand new seasonal event, 6v6 quick play, a permanent rumble playlist, bounties, the prestige raid layer for expansions 1 and 2, a PC clan text chat, the year 1 triumphs, which will be on Bungie.net, and more exotic armor sandbox changes. Then when the Forsaken expansion launches, we'll be getting gear collections, in-game triumphs, weapon slot changes, weapon randomization, a mod system update, bulk shader deletion, which I know a lot of people will be happy about, a new Crucible mode, 4 new Crucible maps, 200 additional slots with a total of 500 slots in your vault, brand new in-game lore, new bounties, and power will matter in Iron Banner and Trials, as well as lots more to be revealed. So those are some major changes. I'm most excited to see power matters in Iron Banner and Trials. Currently, power doesn't matter anywhere in the Crucible, and it used to in Destiny 1, so it's going to be nice to see how they bring that back in, and it might actually make these game modes a little bit more challenging. And that is kind of everything they talked about during the reveal. Now they have also updated the Destiny website with a look at the different versions of the game you can get. So you can buy Forsaken on its own, which will include the story, the 2 new destinations, the brand new raid, the brand new game mode Gambit, the brand new 9 additional supers, the new exotic weapons, armor and gear, as well as the brand new bow and arrow weapon, story missions, adventures, destination activities and more. You can then buy the Forsaken Digital Deluxe Edition, which includes obviously all of that, but it includes the Awoken Legends set, which has a Wraith Majestic Legendary Bow Ornament, the Dirge Paladin Emblem, the Vestian Ghost Shell, and then some Fireteam Medallions. As well as that, it'll also include the Annual Pass, which again includes the Black Armory, Joker's Wild, and Penumbra. Finally, there's also a bonus. If you pre-order the Forsaken expansion, you will get Cade's exotic stash, which includes the Ace of Spades Last Hand exotic ornament, the Queen of Hearts exotic ship, the Standoff exotic emote, and the Shades of Cade 6 armor shaders. So if you want those items, pre-order. And that also confirms that the Ace of Spades is making a return as an old exotic being brought forward into Destiny 2. There you have it. That is everything you need to know about the Forsaken expansion, the new changes that are going to be happening on July 17th, and then the changes obviously happening on September 4th with this expansion, as well as the different versions you can get, the pre-order bonuses, and what is coming after the Forsaken expansion as well. I think this is a massive step in the right direction. The thing that gets me most excited about all of this is the brand new location of the Dreaming City, a place for end game content with hard challenges, secrets, and where the raid is going to be taking place. I can't wait to see more from that, but I'd love to know down below what you are most excited for. Is it the story? Is it the brand new game mode? Is it the 9 new subclass paths? Is it the weapon changes? Is it the brand new raid? Do let me know. So I'm super excited, hopefully you guys are as well. If you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to give the like button a big old hug, subscribe for more gaming content and coverage. I'm going to be covering a lot of stuff over the next week with E3, and you can expect a lot more Destiny 2 from me, leading up to Forsaken and then when it's out. Be sure to boop that bell notification as well so you never miss a video from me. I hope you guys have an awesome day, thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.